Ever catch yourself wondering why you picked one brand over another? Or what made you click on that article instead of the one next to it? Well, it turns out that a lot of our daily decisions, they're not nearly as logical as we like to think. We're going to dive into the invisible forces that are constantly and quietly shaping your choices. So, let's just kick things off with a huge question, one that gets right to the heart of it all. When you make a choice, anything, from the coffee you buy to the news you believe, are you really the one in the driver's seat? Okay, here's the absolute core idea of this whole explainer. To deal with the crazy amount of information we're bombarded with every single day, our brains came up with a trick, mental shortcuts. We call them biases. And yeah, they help us function, but they also create some major blind spots. And here's the kicker. Those blind spots are being actively used to influence what you do. So first, let's pop the hood and see what's going on in there. We're going to explore your brain's hidden autopilot, that automatic system that guides you when you're not really paying close attention.
All right, first up is the big one, confirmation bias. This is our natural human tendency to hunt for information that confirms what we already believe. I mean, it just feels good to be right? So we unconsciously look for evidence that backs up our views, and we tend to ignore or dismiss anything that challenges them. And you can see how this leads to trouble, because we stop looking at things objectively.
And check this out. This is where it gets really fascinating. A famous Stanford study showed this bias in action perfectly. They gave people some made-up research on capital punishment. The results were just wow. People who were for capital punishment said the pro-punishment study was solid and convincing, but the anti-punishment one was totally flawed. And the people against it, they did the exact opposite, even though they were all looking at the same type of data. It's just a perfect snapshot of how our beliefs literally create our reality. Psychologists have a great way of explaining this. Think of it like you've got two different systems running in your brain. System one is your autopilot. It's fast, it's gut level, it's emotional, it makes snap judgments. Then there's system two, your conscious pilot. That one's slow, requires effort, and it's logical. And guess where all those pesky biases like confirmation bias live? Yep, right in system one. Okay, so we know about this autopilot. How is it being used? Well, let's look at a classic marketing technique, the decoy effect. This is a super clever trick where a third, kind of crummy option is introduced just to make one of the other options look like a fantastic deal by comparison. This example is legendary. A study looked at subscriptions for The Economist. Now look at these options. That print-only subscription for $125, that's the decoy. Literally no one chose it. But having it there makes the web plus print option for the exact same price seem like an unbelievable bargain. Get this, when they took the decoy away, most people just picked the cheapest option. But with it there, a whopping 84% went for the most expensive one. Boom, that's the decoy effect for you. So let's move into our next section, because this all builds on itself. These aren't just quirky theories you learn in a psych class. They are the actual foundation of the modern marketer's playbook. A lot of business is built on understanding and using your natural biases.
And one of the most powerful tools they have is called social proof. The basic idea is simple. If a bunch of other people are doing something, it must be the right thing to do. We're wired to see safety and even wisdom in numbers.
And you see social proof everywhere, in all kinds of forms. It's the 5-star reviews on a product, it's a celebrity telling you what they use, it's a website bragging about its millions of users. Even those little trust badges you see. Every single one is designed to speak directly to your System 1 brain and say, hey, don't worry, relax. Other people already checked this out for you. It's safe. So take a look at this example from Zapier. When they say they're the platform of choice for 87% of the Forbes Cloud 100, what they're doing is using expert social proof. Your brain doesn't have to do the hard work of evaluating Zapier. It just goes, oh, Forbes is a big deal, and the top companies they rate use this must be good. It makes the decision feel way easier. And they do it again here, but with a totally different tactic. This is the wisdom of the crowd. That number, 2.2 million, is meant to trigger your brain's autopilot to think, wow, if that many businesses trust them, it's got to be a safe bet. It lets you shortcut all the tedious research. Or here, the company Jasper is using testimonials. That phrase, real marketers, surreal results, is so good. It's catchy, but it also implies that people just like you are getting incredible results with their product. It's all about making it relatable.
Now, another incredibly powerful bias is loss aversion. Behavioral economists have shown that the pain of losing something stings about twice as much as the pleasure of gaining that exact same thing.
We are just fundamentally hardwired to avoid losing at all costs. So how does this mess with us in the real world? Well, in investing, loss aversion can be an absolute disaster. It's why people will cling to a stock that's tanking, just hoping it'll come back, because selling it would mean admitting the loss, and that hurts. And on the flip side, it's why they sell winning stocks way too early, just to lock in a small gain, and then they miss out on much bigger profits.
Okay, now let's take all these ideas and plug them into the world we live in now. Because if our brains are already wired with these biases, today's technology is just pouring gasoline on the fire. Your digital world is basically becoming a giant mirror reflecting back only what you already believe.
Think about it. Social media platforms don't just show you a random collection of posts. They use what's called algorithmic editing to create a feed just for you. And the algorithm's main job is to keep you engaged, to keep you scrolling. The easiest way to do that? Show you content you're probably going to agree with. Over time, this creates what we call a filter bubble, your own personal information universe where your beliefs just get reinforced over and over again.
And the consequences for society are, well, they're enormous. As researchers point out, these algorithms build echo chambers that just make us more divided. But get this is the really wild part. Studies have shown that even when an algorithm does show us an opposing viewpoint, our confirmation bias can kick in so hard that it actually makes us dig in our heels and strengthen our original opinion. The algorithm itself becomes an engine for polarization.
So, is this all just doom and gloom? Are we all just puppets? No, not at all. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's just to be aware. Which brings us to our last section. How can we start to think a little differently and maybe break out of these mental boxes? The investor Peter Thiel has a really useful way of looking at this. He talks about two kinds of progress. First, there's one-to-N, or horizontal progress. That's all about copying things that already work. It's safe, it's what everyone else is doing. Then there's 0 to 1, or vertical progress. That's about creating something totally new. And to do that, you have to break away from what everyone agrees on, the very thing that confirmation bias and social proof try to stop us from doing. So how can we actually do this in our own lives? Well, the first step is the simplest. Just acknowledge that these biases exist and that they affect you. That awareness is honestly half the battle. From there, you can actually try to seek out different perspectives. Make an effort to read or listen to things that challenge you. Get in the habit of questioning your own assumptions. Maybe the easiest one of all, just pause before you act. That tiny little delay gives your slow, logical System 2 brain a chance to wake up and get in the game. And really, this is the most important thing to take away from all this. You're never going to eliminate your biases. You can't. They're a fundamental part of how your brain is wired. The real power isn't in eliminating them. It's in being aware of them. Just knowing where your blind spots are lets you question things, compensate for them, and ultimately make better, more conscious choices. So I want to leave you with Peter Thiel's favorite question, one he asks people in interviews. What important truth do you believe that few people agree on? It's such a powerful question because the only way to answer it is to think for yourself, outside of social proof, outside of the consensus. It forces you to look for something others don't see. So, what's yours?